This episode of 4DMs and a Noob is rated D&D 17 and contains elements of animal abuse, child abduction, and enslavement. Have a snappy day.
Welcome to 4DMs and a Noob. I am your noob, Joshua W., and we are on episode 20. Did not die last episode, and I feel like the longer we don't die in these next few episodes, the better it will be. So have our plan in action, and sounds like we're heading to the farm. So before we do that real quick, let's go ahead and introduce ourselves. I'm, again, Josh W., and I play Janu.
I'm Chase Esmil. I play Basil of the Rue. I'm excited for this episode. That's all I'm going to say.
My name is Zach Church. I will be playing Norm Ligor, our resident plasmoid monk, slappiest of boys, moist of the roll.
The moistest of men.
Of moist to men.
That one person on
From
the
moist to men.
Oh, man. He's not a bard. All right. I am Brian Butler, and I play Solon.
I am Dan Weber, and I play Angwin. That's with 5 L's, but you can call me Gwen. And I will be your DM for today. So the same disclaimer as last week stands. I gave the disclaimer about horrible things happening, and then we talked for a while and planned for a while. But again, that'll stand for the next few episodes until Ryan takes over as DM.
If I take over, we might all die and quit D&D forever.
This is true. So we ended the episode leaving the mayor's office. We had found out a little bit of more information. Another spot of interest on a path north of the farms. Basil gave the mayor a false entrance word of magic, magical word of entrance.
False safe word.
There we go, false safe word. And yeah, we begin joining our heroes as they exit the front door of City Hall for the umpteenth time.
All those heroes.
I will say, and I did mean to do this at the end of last episode, when we exited the warden's office, we were given by the secretary the list of children's names. She listens in to all of the mayor's conversations, so it was ready for us by the time we got out.
Oh, great.
Nice.
Classic secretary.
Here you go.
Here you go.
Wait, how did you know to give us these?
I hear everything that goes on in this office.
That's fair.
Everything good and bad?
Especially the bad. And she just kind of shudders a little bit.
Like, what kind of things?
Private things.
Would you want to tell us any of these private things?
No.
Can you describe the secretary? Like, what are we looking at?
So the secretary is also a gnome. If you remember, the warden's secretary was a gnome. Not in any way. They don't look in any way familiar to each other.
All numbers are the same, is what you're saying.
She is extremely overweight. Like about 3'4".
She's a ball.
180 pounds.
Beach ball.
Oh, wow.
So,
oh, my gosh.
So, would you say for Norm, this is kind of like...
It looks familiar. Yeah, you feel like you could resonate your jiggle with hers. Like match those frequencies.
Norm has a new shape to take.
Norm was looking very quizzically at it, like,
Like if she fell in the desert, it would call a sandworm.
Oh, my gosh.
so.
All right, so we rejoin our heroes back in front. Did a little bit of a flashback, and then now we're out front, ready to go.
Yes.
All right, guys. So where to?
Well, I think as I mentioned, the best place that we should go to is the farm first. There's no point in us checking out this other place until we free some more kids. I think that's top priority for us.
Real quick, back to
I would
this
assume.
secretary real quick. So you say there's bad things. Why are you okay with these bad things happening? Just out of curiosity.
I mean, what the mayor does to himself is fine with me. I just in charge of bringing the tissues.
I believe I understand where she's going with this. I no longer want to have this conversation about the mayor.
I want to roll perception to see what she
let's do
means.
Insight. You can do insight.
Oh God.
Hey, if one plan fails, we may have another plan to hurt the mayor.
Get ready to lube up.
You said insight.
Insight. Yep.
Normal
16.
Get you going first.
You, because of your history as a human being with a penis, you are aware that the tissues reference really sold it to you that he was in fact, that she is in fact talking about him masturbating, and her hearing it all. And it seems like with a 16, it feels like it's a daily occurrence,
Spanking the monkey.
and she's just there listening. Did that make you feel better for investigating further?
Was that worth your time?
That was bad, and you should feel bad.
He felt like we weren't earning our rating, so
Please describe it to me in vivid detail.
Rated T for tissues. Let's leave this place.
Would you like to flash forward to when we're outside? And
Yeah.
So we join our heroes
Constitution save, please.
up front, and Johnny, you do remember that you have one of those tissues in your pocket, and it just.
They were fresh.
You're trying now to remember if it was you
It
got
was
it out of the
fresh.
Kleenex box
No,
or
I did.
next to it.
I did.
Roll a history check.
Am I-
This is your fault.
Your brain is fresh off of amnesia, so things aren't quite sticking the right way.
19.
Okay, yeah, you got it. You remember. You got it out of the right place.
to the camp. To the camp.
New disclaimer at the beginning of the episode.
To the farm.
Yeah, Basil
Yeah,
once again
Please to the
says,
farm.
I think it's important that we go to the farm first for your few kids. I think that's, the same priority that we've kind of really taken from all this. We don't really care about the warden or the mayor, but we do really care about...
Sounds like the mayor's been freeing kids in his office every day.
Norm just shakes his head at Gwen. No.
And then he looks at Gwen, looks at Saul and goes, "Did I do the sex joke right?"
It's a matter of timing. When and where, Gwen. I'll just give you a signal when we're in a safe place.
I have noticed that the difference in how people accept the sexual favors that our party offers it definitely seems to be a matter of timing. You take a long time, and Basil takes a really short time, and I see what you mean.
Timing
It
is
is a matter of timing. Thank you. I got so much to learn from you. I'm sorry, Bunny Boy. What we?
Nothing. Let's go.
Just pregnant pauses this episode. So we're on the way to
We're off to go
Rescue
to
the
the
children.
demon farm. It's gonna be some fun.
We are on a
Won't you
wholesome
ride
quest to
along with
rescue
me?
children.
wholesome quest.
Our quest to retrieve some whole children.
This time.
Do we make it there?
Yeah. So we walk. We get to the same entrance. It's we're able to actually nature checks while we're going down there. Man.
Nope. Damn it. 4.
Nat 20.
Oh. Okay. So
That one.
the rest of us, we kind of keep getting. It's hard to tell because last time we came was at night. Solon, you're able to get us back on track, and find the way, and not only that, but find some waypoints. So it'll be a lot easier for us to kind of beeline it straight to this farm.
I had an aerial view last time, so it made sense. I kind of noticed.
That's true. Yep. You all, I'm assuming you're flying.
Yeah. I'm kind of like just hovering.
Don't do it. Not what he's
I'm
DMing.
hovering above, like just like 10 feet up, probably.
Okay.
Is a ballista gonna?
I don't want to. I want to touch the ground like as little as possible now that I have my wings back, basically.
Okay. So yeah, at 10 feet off the ground, yeah, you're able to find your way beeline there. Pretty quick.
Okay.
So yeah, we get to the front door. Now that it's daytime, Solon, you're able to see as we're walking there. You get a pretty good idea of the amount of travel down this path, and there may be paths coming into this barn from different directions also, but it looks like it hasn't been trampled enough to carve out like dirt to kill the vegetation underneath, but it's definitely flattened and about 7 foot wide, so like wide enough for 3 people to consistently go through. And you're not able to tell if it's 100 people deep or if it's just a couple people have walked it consistently and a lot.
Okay.
But it looks pretty well traveled. All right, so we get to the front door.
I raise my hand up. The God.
All right. So the door opens the same way.
Thank goodness.
Norman Solon, can you roll wait.
You know our passive perception?
Yeah, what's your passive? No, that's not going to work. What is... just do a history, both of you.
Okay. A 17 total for me.
14 total for me.
Okay. Okay. You guys don't notice anything.
All right.
So yeah, it opens up, and we can walk on through if you'd like to. What would you like to do, Janu?
Time out. You said history or perception?
History.
History. Okay. Sorry. Making sure I got that right because that would have been a very different answer. Continue.
I was just say we just walked to where we walked last time, right? I guess last time we were kind of in shock about it all. So can we look around and get a better visual of this place?
Yeah. So you walk in, and it's a long hallway. And correct me, Chase, if I miss some of these details, but it's a long hallway, and on the side there's looks like glass cages with like farm animals inside of it, and that leads to at the end of the hallway. There's a door that goes down some stairs and into about a 90 foot by 90 foot clearing with doors. It's a circular clearing with kind of doors. I'd say 8 doors against the walls.
Weren't there like shops and stuff?
No, there was people milling around last time, and they were talking. Some of them might have been like had stuff set up, but go ahead, Chase.
Majority of the time they were just going in and out of doors, but there's no shop. There were just people perusing.
When we're walking by the animals, can we notice anything unique about them, like at all?
Yeah, and then as we're walking through this place, I'm really trying to get a good note, a mental note, or even just, I don't know if I'd actually do that while I'm there, but I'm trying to get a good mental note for my history to be able to draw as best as I can for the mayor.
Okay. I'll have you roll for that at the end when you're trying to transcribe it.
Okay.
Do knowledge nature. And anybody else who wants to look at the animals.
Don't do this.
Try to clean anything.
16.
I'm doing it for ingredient quality.
I like it.
Can I argue for animal handling?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Oh, so I could do that as well?
Yep.
Instead of nature? So that would be a 20 for me.
Okay.
14.
13.
4.
All right. So everybody else, it just kind of seemed you're passing animals. Janu, you notice that the animals they're not starved by any means, but you don't see a single one of them eating. Like, there's feed in there with them. There's straw. There's corn. There's just general animal feed. Because there's sheep, there's cow, lambs, all the generic farm animals that are not like ducks and stuff, but anything the size of a pig and up.
Like four-legged ruminating animals.
Yeah. So it's just, you didn't really recognize it at all the first time, and it wasn't until you got about 3/4 of the way down that they're all, like, most of them are awake, some of them are asleep, but just you haven't seen a single one eating. And you remember back from last time, and same thing.
Do we want to make our way down? Do we want to go straight to the warden's door, or do we want to investigate some of these other doors?
We want to, for now, I think we just want to find Tenelia.
Yeah, I mean, as Solon said, there's no point in going straight to the warden. Let's use his underlings as much as possible because they aren't as competent or know as much as him.
Well, we should probably do the things that we will get more.
Well, I guess
get away with more.
What I want to say, do we want to go into each of these doors to see what's inside of each one, or no?
I think we're just going to keep an eye out for Tenelia, and then maybe start talking to some people about, the Dark Tears.
Are we in this little? Are there people in this?
No, it's just us in the hallway.
No Warforged?
Nope, no Warforged.
How identical do these doors look to each other?
How what?
Identical to, like, all the doors look?
Identical.
Okay. So I'm going to go to a random one and open it.
All right. So we're walking down the stairs. Okay.
Yes.
So as soon as we start going down the stairs and the door closes behind us, like, we're taking about 3 steps, and you hear the other the main door that we came in through open again. So Gwen's gonna stop. Gwen stops. Actually, everybody roll for perception. Or actually, what's your passive perception? Gwen's passive is 21, so he hears it.
Mine's 16.
15.
Okay.
16.
12.
Okay, so 15 and up, we all heard it. Solon, you were still thinking about the ingredients and recipes. But you see all 3 of us kind of just stop on a dime. And you hear 2 voices. And it's... Actually, everybody can just listen in. We can... For story's sake.
We'll slap Solon.
Yeah, now that you're aware that we're listening, we all kind of like put our ears Scooby-Doo style, one above the other, going down the door, so we're all listening. And you just hear, "Oh, I can't believe we have to take out these damn farm animals again. Why is it always us? Why do we get this shit job every single time?" And then you hear what sounds like one of the doors opening. And as soon as you hear the mooing, you hear the sounds of what sounds like something metallic and hard hitting flesh. It does that a couple times. There's another loud moo, and then it stops. And then you hear the other voice. "Why don't you shut your fucking bitching and just do your goddamn job? I don't want to be in here any more than I have to be. So let's get these farm animals. Let's get them to the processing center, and we can be on our way. Wash our hands of this and go drink ourselves into oblivion again." And then you continue to hear, shuffling, the bleating of sheeps, one after another. It sounds like you hear a door open, and then some movement, and then it just continues. So it's in a period of about 30 seconds it takes for them to go from door to door.
Because there is that door, as soon as I kind of hear this, I will scamper up quietly up the stairs, put my ears to see if I can hear them better, so to see if there's any recognition on who these people are, if I've heard this voice
I
before.
was about to ask the same thing. Do we recognize either of these voices?
We do not recognize either of these voices.
Okay. So, okay. So as this is happening, is there a gap underneath the door at all?
Nope.
Nope. I guess I just listen more intently to see if I can hear anything other than just them taking animals out, and that's all they're doing?
No, the only thing you're able to glean just from hearing is, like, because they stopped talking after that, is they're opening up a door, pulling the animals out, taking them back through the entrance. One of them's leaving at a time, and it sounds like one's always staying in and, like, prepping the next animal.
Okay.
So there's about 20 animals total that you passed. Sounds like they've gotten about 5 or 6. So you can continue letting them do it, or move on down, or open up the door, or whatever.
I come down kind of closer to where everyone is and kind of relay what's happening. Be like, cool. Do you guys think we should interfere? The real quandary that I have here is there a reason for us to interfere with the work that's happening, especially if we're working with the warden? I think we should just let be. Maybe we can follow them and see what the processing plant is, or keep going on what we're doing. What do y'all think?
If you want to see what the processing plant is, they don't sound too enthused about doing this. Why don't you just say you'll take the job off their hands?
But isn't our overall goal to rescue the kids?
But if we want to know where as much
to
locations
say
as
this
possible.
processing plant isn't where they're putting kids? We don't know.
It'll at least help us map out the area a bit more of this location.
We kind of know what's down here, but we know nothing about this processing plant.
And it seems like a remedial job, so
Yeah.
it should be in our pay grade.
All right. So should we go as a group and be like, kind of go in huffing and puffing, like, oh, they gave it to us newbies, and let you be off?
Well, we could say that, but then we wouldn't know where to go. So they'd have to stay with us to show us.
Yeah. Well, that's where newbies. They said that we would be taking the job over from here on out, but that make it something nice for them.
Well, if we're in air quotes working with the warden or for the warden, then
We're the lowest on the totem pole.
well, I'm saying we could say that we're high up on the totem pole and just press these guys for information.
Well, I mean, we could press, or we can find out. It doesn't matter either way for me.
I think it would be easier for us to tell them we are underlings, and we are to do the work, but they are just to train us, show us where to take these beings and how to dispatch them.
I'm good with that.
Rightio.
All right, so I go to
Let's
that
go.
door to open. Does it open on its own?
Yep, it opens up.
As it opens, I just go a big old sigh and be like, "This is some bullcrap that we have to do this." And I try to make eye contact to whoever as I'm saying that.
All right. You see a female human, red hair. She's the only one in the hall. She has a lamb that has by the neck, and she's dragging towards the door. And she turns around and she goes, "Oi, what the fuck are you doing here?"
What was your name? We were sent by the warden to take over some menial task. We're new here, and we were told that we have to take care of some animals, take them to a shop or something like that. I don't really understand fully, but we're new. I'm trying to figure it out.
It's not my job to figure out your own problems. I don't care if you're new. I care what I have to do. I have to do this shit job, shit day, every night, and I do not have time to train new ones.
We're trying to tell you we're taking over for you, so this would be your last day doing this.
Roll deception.
6.
Bullshit.
We gotta get a better surface field
So
to roll on.
she starts to look at you guys and she goes, "Who in the abyss did you say you were again? Who are you to the warden? You're not doing shit jobs. Look at you. You all got weapons on you. You all have armor. There's no way you'd be sent down to work with these And then you hear, meh, from the goat or the lamb she's holding, and you just see her squeeze her hand around its throat and goes, "Shut up, you."
I'm as befuddled as you that we have to even come here and do this. As you say, we have weapons. We are trained in other ways, but the warden, apparently we messed up on a job, and now we have to do this job until we prove ourselves or some bullcrap like that.
I do not have time for this shit today. Open up the crate. Open up the cages. Get them prepped. And just fucking wait. And she storms the goat out. So there's about 10 animals left. Or the lamb out.
I put my hand to try and open the door. Does that open it at all?
Nope.
Once again,
Say the
we're
word
new.
to God.
The God?
Nothing happens.
All right, you're going to have to tell us how to open the door. We don't know that much. We are that incompetent. Apparently, that's why we're here.
Wait. And she takes the goat or the lamb out the front door, and then the other guy comes in. He goes, "What are you doing here? Who?"
I already explained this to the other, and we're here to do your jobs because apparently we messed up enough on the other.
You're doing much. Am I getting fired?
I don't know.
No,
They said they
no,
might be
no.
moving up. We're moving in here. We're new. I don't know. I'm trying to figure it
I
out.
heard the word reassigned.
A payment increase. I don't know.
But I'm not getting fired, am I? I'm not.
You're not being fired.
Why are you so afraid of being fired anyways? It's not that big of a deal.
He just stares at you. It's like, it's the biggest deal. What do I need to do? What do I do? I don't want to
Well,
be.
first of all, you need to tell us what happens when you get fired because obviously we're taking this job and we don't want to get fired. What happens if we get fired?
Nobody knows.
That's stupid. But all right.
Nobody knows because nobody's ever been talked to again. So, we all kind of know.
But don't know. All right.
They probably just went to a better place.
We're already at the farm upstate.
Well,
I think
This
I
is
think
supposed to be
I
the better
think
place.
I think Janu looks towards the animals, looks towards the
all right. Well,
the people, and is like, he thinks he knows what happens when you get fired.
and he goes, well, fine. We need to do this because apparently this is our permanent assignment until further told by the warden. So, do you want to keep doing this job or do you want to show us how it's done so we can move on with our lives?
Yeah. So he'll go over and put his hand on the door, and he will whisper, and Norm, you and Solon hear this. He whispers, "Open an infernal backwards." And it opens.
Nepo. It's funny. Opening an infernal backwards is open.
Speak foe.
And so he grabs a little baby goat by the horns and just starts half drag, half walking it out the front door. He's like, I don't know. I don't know if you didn't tell me you were helping, but if you could get the rest of the animals prepped, we're almost ready.
Okay. Norm goes to do so. He touches the I guess it's a panel or something like that, and says Nepo.
It opens.
Not nympho, nepo.
What animal am I wrangling?
You are wrangling a calf,
A calf.
cow calf.
Not an elk calf.
I don't know if there's other animals that have calves. I guess horses are foals. Yeah, I don't. My nomenclature on farm animals is low.
I'll learn you a thing or two later.
City boy.
City folk just don't get it.
All right.
Farmersonly.com.
They're just taking them outside. They're not like killing them first and then dragging them outside.
No, they're just. I mean, they're roughing them up, but only if they make any noise.
I am going to try to animal handling.
You're gonna analyze this cow.
Oh, monks.
Yep, handle that animal. That animal.
It's a 6 all day.
All right, what are you trying to do? Just
I'm basically trying to just like it's okay. It's fine. Come this way.
as soon as you touch it, it like sidesteps itself against the wall, like pressing itself in as hard as it can, away from you.
Okay. Like making that noise. It's like I try to still again like it's fine. Just come with me. I promise I won't hurt you. Just look at the rabbits.
And all you're doing, you're just petting it and saying that?
Yeah, just trying to coax it out of there because I don't want to beat it up.
You can do another animal handling at disadvantage now because it's frightened of you.
That's not better. Wish it was the first one. It's another 6.
All right, so it curls into a ball on the ground. Which is a very odd thing for a calf to do. It's yeah.
So do I notice anything about this thing that doesn't seem cowish?
Janu does because I'm holding his last die roll. So yeah, you because you're already suspicious and you see this because it's basically it looks like Norm just pushing a cow into a wall and down, like really getting into it. But yeah, you notice that like just the way it's not normal for an animal to. It's like it's hugging itself. It's not laying in. Like cows normally do when they just lay down. It's like it's trying to hold itself.
So
Why are these cows laying in such weird positions?
So the guy is out right now. It's just you guys then, and you can the woman's going to come back in any.
So
second.
as that's happening, I would like to go to the door and kind of stand outside and be out there to see kind of what's happening out here as well.
So you walk back out.
Party.
Yeah, I walk back out.
Okay, so you walk back out, and there's nobody there. There's no farm animals.
2 or 4.
There's nothing.
Okay, then I say the word and walk back in.
Okay.
And I let everybody know. Is the woman there yet?
No, about 10 seconds after you come in, she comes in right behind you. Almost walks into you. She goes, I thought you were supposed to be getting the fucking animals ready. They're all still here.
Am I ready an animal you dote?
Then come with me. And she grabs you by the ear.
I move out of the way before she can grab me.
I'm just contested acrobatics or athletics.
Good thing I have a +7.
She has a -1, so she's at 8.
I'm at 9.
Okay,
I
so
rolled a 2.
yeah, your ears like they slip straight, like you duck down and it pulls them like barely, and she goes, "What? Are you coming with me or not? Are you an what?"
I'm not one of these animals you dote. Like I said, I am here, but I'm not incompetent like these animals. I'm not. Do any of these animals talk?
Not.
And I just start clapping. We have a spectacle before us. A shining beacon of ineptitude. A walking testament to the depths of ignorance. I'm doing vicious mockery. Your presence is like a dark cloud looming over the realm of reason, casting a shadow of incompetence everywhere you roam. Your intellect resembles a flickering candle in the hurricane, feeble and easily exhausted. It's a wonder you manage to tie your own shoes in the morning, let alone grasp the simplest of concepts. Perhaps if stupidity were a virtue, you'd be hailed as a paragon of excellence. But I must commend you on your consistency.
So explain to me vicious mockery, please.
Basically, you roast somebody for psychic damage.
Yep. Yeah.
Do I need to make a? Does she need to make a save?
It must make a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh, 15.
She succeeds. She doesn't take any damage, but I did just mock the living crap out of her.
You can tell that she's like hurt a little bit, but she's also in a very lowly position, and it seems like she's just often hurt.
Yeah. So this is not. It's like okay.
It's not that it's not anything new. It just adds on to it. So it just weakens her a little bit more.
And then I say, and that's why you don't touch something that's more intelligent than you.
That's most things.
All right. Well, get the built-in sheep and let's keep moving. I'm here to try and figure out what the next part of the job is, because I am not wrangling any animals.
But that's the whole point of this fucking job. I thought you were supposed to take over our job.
We will.
Look,
Look,
quick
finish
math.
showing us what to do, and then we will complete all this. You can go to the bar to drink like you want to. Show us what to do, and we can finish up.
I understand math might be hard. There's 2 of you. There's 5 of us. We can do the job just fine.
Show us what to do.
All right, everybody put your hands on, and she puts her hand on one of them. Everybody put your hand on one. Now say nipple.
Nipple.
And they all open. Like, now you can try grabbing them by the horns or by the tuft of the back, but I've found what always works is you grab them by the throat, the trachea. You can feel right below where the voice
crossing
box
my
is,
arms. I'm not
and you
touching
can really
animals.
squeeze it, and they'll follow you anywhere. And if they don't, you squeeze a little bit harder, and then that way you don't have to listen to their fucking bleeding either. And then just like this, and she grabs like it's a full-grown donkey. She grabs this full-grown donkey, and just by the throat, and it starts like kicking, but she squeezes and it stops, and then she again half drag, half walks it. Now just follow me, and then I'm assuming they told you how to get to the other place, so just follow me and
No,
I
they
try
haven't.
it immediately.
Literally, we are trying.
you do
Oh yeah.
animal handling.
Sweet.
What'd you say?
I try it.
Oh, just squeezing hand.
I have no. I don't. You know, y'all haven't said crud about what these animals are to me, so I'm like, oh, sweet.
I don't know what
new,
they are
new
either.
Butchering technique.
And I don't think you care either way.
I'm going to try and grab his hand. Just be like, let's finish watching first, and then we can try. Because I know I can tell, right? So let me try. I want to try and grab his hand and stop him. Do I need to roll anything for that?
Not unless you try to stop him.
I mean, I won't try to stop. I mean,
Okay. So yeah, you take
So
the note and
So I grab him. I was like, let's and very try and like convince him, like, let's finish watching the process first.
what else is there to the process? She just choked it and walked away.
We need to we need to follow her
Go to the next step.
to the
of
next
job.
step. Let's finish watching all the steps first.
Oh, I thought we were all supposed to bring an animal.
No.
yes, you're supposed to bring an animal.
Let's
John gives you guys.
I grab my own ear. Let's go.
let's look. The quicker you can show us how to do everything, the quicker you can leave, and we will take everything. We're not like so.
We're already walking down the hall. Why don't you just walk the animals with you? Why
Because
would you
it will
keep
take
coming back?
longer time. Just show us what to do first.
I'm
and
walking
then,
out with my animal.
Okay.
You guys need to walk out with your animals.
We don't-
walk out with your animals. If you're gonna help me walk out with your animals, what are you doing here? If you're not gonna walk out with the
Once
goddamn
again,
animals,
we
you're not
were-
helping me. This is taking longer. I would have already been done by now.
Yeah. All you have to do is show us. We don't
And
need to
then
grab
you'll
it.
have to do it again.
She walks out.
So we follow her without the animals.
All right. So. How far behind her are you?
I'm right next to her because I'm not toting an
Okay.
animal. Like,
Okay. So she pops out. You pop out right next to her. And she walks about 10 feet.
We walked out the front door, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I guess everybody will be making it in time. So she walks out and then walks about 10 feet past the door and just stops. She's like, could have been waiting here with your fucking animals, but no, too good to carry the fucking animals. You're supposed to be helping me out, but I'm helping you out.
no, you're teaching us. We're not here to help you.
I'm trying to teach you, but you're not listening to anybody. If you never listen to your math teacher, you never learn math. You never listen to your English your common teacher, you never learn common. But you think you're gonna not listen to your animal handling teacher, and then you're gonna be great animal handler. Stupid fucking trope.
Sorry, carry on. You
So,
are a beacon
as she's
of
ranting,
befuddlement.
The door opens, and
like a
the
door?
guy, the front door, and the guy walks out through a portal.
Okay.
So
There's a portal at the front door now.
It's the same, yeah.
Okay.
And then as soon as he crosses it, then the door closes again.
Okay. I see what's happening. Okay. So is it the same word that we use to get in? What word do we get into the you called it not a slaughterhouse,
The processing. So-
yeah. So what's the word that we have to use to get into the processing?
Well, you say farm backwards to get into the farm. So what the fuck do you think you say to get into the processing center?
Mroff.
And Solon and Norm, you realize that Thagat in Infernal is farm backwards. It's just not something that ever clicked because why the fuck would it? Someone says Mraff, you're not like, that's farm backwards. But now that yeah.
I look at you too. So what's the word for processing center in Infernal?
Mroff.
from.
Center.
So you say that and nothing happens. Oh wait, no, sorry. Sorry, no, that was cool. No, you say that and the door opens. And the exact same looking portal, just like it was. And she walks her animal in, and he's
follow.
waiting.
Oh, I follow in behind.
Yeah, I think we all follow in.
Could you turn this map over?
Nice.
Watch your laptop. For everybody listening, we are currently trying to flip over a giant map in the middle of the table. It's stuck to the table. Ah!
It's like a processing center.
That's crazy.
But that's how it goes.
Millions of people. Oh no.
The map has been flipped.
And none of them close.
All right. So you walk in
From this way or this way?
through that area back over near Chase. When you walk in, it is a, who was in the mind, who was viewing the thoughts of the girl that you had rescued when she was relaying her story?
I believe it was.
No, I was speaking to her, and it was you that was looking into the mind, Janu, wasn't it?
Yes, it
Yeah.
was. So when you walk in, you recognize that, it's not it's not that same classroom that she thought she was in, that she was seeing, but it's that same all white, purely sterilized. Like it smells. It smells so clean that it is off-putting. It's not the cleanliness of, a freshly clean kitchen. It's the cleanliness of an asshole who washes his hands every time he touches somebody that's different than him. It's just bleach and pessimism, and it just has a fucking rancor to it. So the opening in front of you is about,
I just kind of say, like, not really loud, but like just like maybe where they can hear me, like the classroom.
so everybody else, you see pure white walls, white floor, white ceiling. It's immaculate. There's no dust. It just smells like insecticide, or not insecticide. It's antiseptic and old fire. Like the smell of smoke is kind of in the walls. There's about a 30-foot by 30-foot clearing in front of you. And to your left and right, there are two rooms that have each have doors facing you but are closed. Past the clearing you can see it runs through a hallway, and there's more rooms on each door to the right and left. If you'd like to place your minis where Chase is, or Chase, if you'd like to just put some minis over there.
You have the whole
Oh, do I
box.
have it?
So as this happens, never mind.
Give us just a moment.
Is this a fucking
difficult
puzzle
box.
box? Jesus.
The mimic's really trying to make him
All
work.
right. Janu.
Oh, it already got me.
Oh, okay.
Is there a ball in there? I'll just chew a piece
Just get
of
your
gum and stick it on there.
purple clear dice.
Yeah, for
I
like it.
actually have one.
Solon becomes large.
He's so
Do you
big.
have any bunnies?
All right, I will be this cute, homely little child.
Yeah. That perfectly describes Squin.
He's innocent
And
in every way.
purple for the bunny.
Oh my gosh! If we just got one of those like decorative little marble things that they're like, you know what I'm talking about? You put them in like a bowl. That would just be you.
I like my giant purple dice.
Oh my gosh!
Here, give me that other one that can be the girl.
All right, that's the girl, and where is her animal?
There's a bear in there if you need some animals.
There you go. All right, so she starts walking the
Donkey.
walking the donkey through, and
A new type of
here,
youth.
right
Judaism.
to on where that black square is. Right there, there's a Warforged that you didn't immediately see because it just looks like a statue. It's in off mode, but there's a Warforged standing there. When she approaches, its eyes reveal red. They start glowing with a red light. She doesn't say anything. She just stops and waits in front of it, and it goes, "Proceed." And she walks the donkey past, and it doesn't seem to have any recognition or care about you guys at all.
Can I try to walk under the donkey out of the sight? Because I don't have any animals with me.
No, because she's already past it.
Okay.
She's already past it.
Yeah, we're right here.
All right. Well, I'll hide under an animal.
It's
Didn't bring any animals.
it's a completely clean room.
I thought y'all
No.
got animals.
No, we were told not to by.
Oh, my bad.
Norm reaches out and gently grabs by the ears and says, "Just go with it."
Okay, so
You were the other
I
one we could
give
bring
you the
up.
side eye hard. I'm like,
Norm doesn't even pick him up. He just kind of like basically has his ears like a pebbles,
I go with it. I'm like, all right.
like ponytail.
And I just put my mouth like,
the warden's eye. This is amazing. The warden's eyes.
Warforged.
Or the Warforged. Thank you. The Warforged eyes glow red again, and
I
it
drool a little.
takes out a great sword in one hand and just holds, not threatening you, but just holding it over the entrance like a toll booth arm coming down, and just says, "Denied."
All right. And I just hopped out. I look down the hallway to our friend and we're like,
Hey, we need to get past this Warforged.
we need to learn our job. You're walking away.
I don't have any fucking control over the whole. He goes, "I don't have any control over the fucking Warforged, laddie. What do you think I am? Do you think I own this place?
No, but I thought you were a little more competent than this.
I'm not."
That's fair.
But as you guys watch her, you see her walk down past two rooms, one on each side, and then there's another little clearing, and she turns to the right, goes, and then looks back at you. It's a cross intersection in the hallway, and she looks back at you and goes, "Just wait there. I'll be right back, and we'll try to figure out how I'll let you in." And then she goes out of sight. She takes a right down that hallway, goes out of sight for a couple seconds. And then in the meantime, the guy comes back in behind you and stumbles into all of you with a large pig. "Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just supposed to... what? Are we waiting here?"
No, you can go ahead.
Okay.
But I was told I need to come with you.
Okay.
Hold his hand.
Yeah. I hold the pig as we walk as well.
Okay. Okay. So, yeah, the Warforged's eyes glows, and it kind of raises his arm for a second, and then puts it back down. He goes, "Proceed."
I look back and I was like, I'll let you know if I see anything, guys. I won't go past the where she
Thank
left.
you.
Yeah, so I walk with him to the intersection, but I don't leave the vision of these guys at all.
Okay.
Seeing if I can see anything.
So you look down in both hallways. There's closed doors.
Okay. Yeah, I just wait to see what he does with the
Okay,
pig.
so yeah, he walks to one of them, the same one that she did, and he just opens the door like normal,
Oh, just like a
like a
handle.
normal door.
Okay.
Opens it up,
Can I see inside? I'm like trying to see inside. as
so
well.
it opens up to outside.
Oh, so okay.
So you see there's a large cart waiting, and it's loaded up with some animals.
Okay. All right. I just wait for. I'm assuming she's walking back before him.
Yep.
I just walk back with her and like, all right.
So that's it. We're supposed to get the animals, come down here, load them in the cart, and then they take them to the processing center.
All right, so this is just the loading station, not really the processing center. This is your job.
Yeah, yes, this is my job. This is the job you're taking over for us. This is the
So-
whole thing you're supposed to be learning.
Unfortunately, we kind of lied to you. We were seeing how good of a job you can do. And it looks like you need some extra training. The warden came, asked us to check on you and your friend. And it looks like I need to talk with him about how good of a job you do. It doesn't look like you're doing a good job. I wish you would have tried better for me.
Can you roll deception?
Yes.
Can you roll disappointing father figure?
I'm not mad. I'm disappointed.
25.
Oh, yeah. That beats her 10. So she just starts to crumble. Like, her soul's just been on just razor thin for so long. And she's, I don't know why this keeps happening to me. I'm trying to do the best I can to get my kids back, but I can't ever. I'm never gonna be a mom again.
Why?
What do you
Keep doing this.
What do you mean get your kids back?
My children. I'm never gonna get them back. I'm supposed to be working. It's work for the freedom. I'm supposed to be working for the freedom, but I'm never gonna get. I keep messing up. I started out as a doctor, and it's been 2 years, and I just keep fucking up and all. Yeah, and I feel like I'm gonna get fired, and then I'm gonna go to the camp.
When you say get your kids back,
I look and I was like,
do you mean like from custody or do you mean from the warden?
Don't make me say anything. Don't make me say anything else. Please. And then the guy just goes, and just walks past you guys to go get more animals.
as he walks by,
Norm puts an arm up like, no, you gotta stay here too.
All right.
all right, I think what needs to happen, as I already talked to your friend here, we're actually from the upper ups, and we really need to talk to about how you're doing your job. So
You're like
if
my
you
undercover boss.
Kinda.
something like that. But if you want to keep your job, I think it's time you come with us and talk about a few things.
You're the boss.
That's right. Follow me.
So he just follows, totally good with it, and she's just has no will left to fight you.
And I say, come along if you want to see your children.
She follows.
All right.
I can't choke an animal.
Chaotic dickhead.
All right, so you guys.
I killed an old man with my words. It's over for me.
You survived.
So you exit the processing or the
go.
what they were calling the processing center.
What they were calling the processing center, and go back to the first door where we came back out, and I say, we're not going back inside. Follow me.
All right.
And I take them, start walking with them across the farm, kind of towards the woods.
Okay.
I want to see if there's any binding. I want to see if there's any binding to them in this place.
I
they're
don't like how
prisoners.
big your eyes got when he said that.
Yeah, I want to see if there's anything binding them to this place, or if it's just them so afraid of the situation.
It appears that. Yeah, there's nothing physically binding them.
Okay, no magic, no.
No, not like the amulets or anything
Okay,
that we
yeah,
previously.
yeah. That's what I'm-
He
There
just
is
said
fear
nothing
binding them.
physically.
Yeah,
Yeah, there is fear binding them
Okay.
to this place. Like they want to go with you, but they know that there's more animals. There's 3 more animals in their crates that haven't been pulled out yet, and like all of the undercover boss is here. Like they're just scared to do anything wrong.
I look and I was like, all right. So now that we kind of away from the building, kind of away from the facility, I look at her and I was like, all right, now I need to ask you both a few quick questions as your, undercover boss, as you say. I look towards the agreement. Tell me if I'm wrong. Your only job here is to load them up, and that's it. Load them up, that's it. And you go.
That's our only job. They keep us all compartmentalized. We only do one job. We're just cogs.
That's understandable. And then second with that, You said it was for your children's freedom. How did you lose your children?
When I came through, they took them.
How about you, sir? Why are you working here?
Because if I don't, they're gonna they're gonna fire me. It's kind of work or die. And I don't like working, but I don't think I'd like dying.
You made reference to a specific place.
She gulps. He looks confused.
Please do not be alarmed. This is just part of the interview process.
Yes.
What have you heard?
I've heard that there's some type of camp, and that's where all of us that come through are taken. And our children are taken, and that's where I was taken. But they let me go. They let me work for my children's freedom. They said that they thought I had potential, so they let me be a dark tier and help. And I just, every time I made a mistake, they gave me less and less power and position and said I'd have to work my way up. And now I'm doing this, and so the only next step down is to go there, where they.
Is that where everyone goes? All of the children from Eldoria as well?
I don't know. It's just rumors. It's just rumors. All I know is that some people, when they come out of the portal, they're allowed into the city as citizens, and they're given free everything. But the rest of us, almost all of us, that come through the portal, are enslaved or disappeared into a camp that may or may not even exist. I don't know. It's just been rumors.
Where did you hear these rumors? From other dark tiers?
From friends no longer here. Yes, the dark tiers, they were my only friends in this place. From the day I woke up here and was brought to that horrible place, I was unconscious, but I got glimpses in my nightmares. And then I haven't seen my children since then. My poor girls, Abel, Anna, Annabelle, Annalisa.
Gwen, what do you think about all this?
Well, I'm curious as to why this is called the processing plant when it seems to just be used as a halfway point for taking your cuddly little creatures. Why is that? Well, it's sometimes a processing plant, but just not for the animals. Again, all I know is none of us are allowed past that second set of doors. Where we turned is the farthest we're allowed to go. And there are days where, on the portal days, we're not allowed near the building at all. And I imagine that's where the real processing takes place. But all I've heard is rumors and nightmares and stories, and it's impossible to know what's true and what's not.
Just to make sure that our schedule is correct, when is the next processing day? Or, portal day?
We don't know. They come to us and they tell us that it's a portal day and we're not allowed. I don't know how they know or when they know. It doesn't seem like they have much foreknowledge, because it's always the morning of. And they just say we're not allowed there for the day.
My last question is, do you know anything about a school?
So as she starts to tear up, I'm going to give Song of Rest. It's one of my abilities. You or any friendly creature who can hear your performance regains hit point at the end of a short rest. By spending one or more hit die, each of these creatures regain 1d6 hit points. It not so much for the hit point, but just to like soothe her, calm her. I pull out my
Emotional support.
Yeah, and I start playing. I look at it and I was like, "Were your children taken to this school?"
I hope so. Because the alternative, if they're at the school, they might still be alive. If the school exists.
What's the alternative?
We don't know. But it's not life.
Where do the animals come from?
We don't know that either. There's a steady supply of them after portal days. We don't know if they're pulling them in from there, or sometimes people come through, sometimes animals come through. We don't know if this is even related to the portals, but when we come in the mornings, there's animals there, and it's our job to keep them fed until it's the day to take them to the processing center. That's all we know. That's all we ever know. We know so little. And what I do know, I retained from my time as a Doctor, and even then we were kept out of the loop, except for the things we needed to know.
You said you had different jobs before this one. Tell me what some of those were that you failed at.
I was in charge of intimidation for people who had not paid their debts. I would go to their homes, break their windows, set things on fire in their living room, maybe smack around their animals. But that was it. I never hurt a person, but that's why I was fired. They wanted me to hurt children to really put the message across, but I couldn't do it.
Thinking of your children, it's understandable.
As part of your
But I'd punch a dog.
Punch a bitch right.
For all of the listeners, I don't think I've ever seen somebody stare murder at somebody so hard.
Savage.
man, I want to do something here.
Player versus character knowledge. We love you.
Okay.
John could also hate dogs. Or not hate dogs. John could also hate people that hate dogs exactly as you do, though. That could be player choice.
Do what
So-
you need to.
Or maybe you're a cat person.
Just do it.
So odds, I will do it. Evens, I will not.
Where is Henry? Where have you left Henry for this? Did you bring Henry along
no,
for the
he's-
expedition, or
He's in this. I'll roll.
That's a
Is he in the
chunky
safe?
coin to drop on
because
table.
you could have put food and water out
Yeah.
at the jewelry
Yeah,
shop. If
he's
you
in the
wanted.
jewelry store.
Okay.
So odds, I do it. Evens, I don't.
Odds you do it.
I look at her and I say,
Punch a dog, huh?
"You said earlier you were an idiot. It's clear that they're transforming people into animals, and you're killing them. When's the last time you've seen your daughter?
I don't know what you're talking about. They can't transform
When
people into
is
animals.
the last time you've seen your daughter?
It's been 3.5 years.
Have you killed any baby animals in the last 3.5 years?
I've never killed an animal in my life.
What about the ones here?
I just take them to the processing center.
Have you taken any baby animals in the last 3
I
years?
take baby animals almost every day.
I hate to tell you something. Your daughter's dead.
There's no way that people can turn animals. Look, we know there's something wrong with these animals. They're not quite normal, but that's 'cause they came in
Human.
through the portal.
They're human.
There's no magic that can turn people into animals like this. We
Polymorph.
just keep them.
Probably morph into an animal for me.
I can't polymorph, but Norm would polymorph.
No. I throw a buff. I used to be a human.
She. I'm gonna give her disadvantage, even though it was already a bad roll. Okay, so 8, 6. She crumples
Just
to the ground.
Literally poops her pants.
Yeah, she just crumples to the ground, starts crying. She's like, this can't be right. Why are you saying this? Why are you saying this to me? What did I do? Is this part of it? Is this part of it?
Yes. So, as part of your performance review, I need you to give me
Also,
All-
she took 1 psychic damage from that.
all codes that you remember. We are testing to see if you've been slacking on remembering all your codes.
These are the only 2 codes I know.
Those are the only 2
These are the
codes you
only
know.
2 codes. There's one more I think, but I don't know it. It's to the place. But if I knew it, I would have been there. I would have went there by now.
How do you? What do you think? You said you think you know. What have you heard rumors of this code?
All I know is to get into the barn, it's barn backwards, and to get into the place, it's the processing center. It's the processing center backwards in Infernal. But I don't know the name of a camp. I don't know how to. I've tried camp backwards. I've tried the school. I've tried different names, but there's none of us have ever been able to find it.
You should really learn to love dogs.
Where I come from, I'm subjugated by a race of people called lycanthropes, and to me, dogs are the most evil things. My entire family was killed by cocker spaniels.
Where I come from, people that hate dogs are the worst evil things. So
I haven't had enough time in this world to even get to know the customs or culture. I've just been here and enslaved.
enough.
She shuts up.
I say, I think it's time for you to finish loading those last 3 up. But as you do, remember what you're really giving to them.
I don't know what to do right now.
Your job.
So do you want me to kill these kids?
You already killed your children when you handed them over.
No, I mean, you said there's 3 more. You want me to... Now that I know they're kids, you want me to try... I can't do that.
You should just go home.
I don't have a home. I sleep in the pens that we just took the animals
What is
out.
your superior's name? I'm supposed to hand him this performance eval. I'm filling out here.
Jefferson Michelson.
Well, Mr. Michelson, we'll be hearing about your inaction.
I totally did not just make that name up. Jefferson
What?
Michelson.
Jefferson Michelson.
Yep.
It's very complicated.
D&D, baby. All right. So, what do I do?
Just
What-
go
what
and
should I
sit in
do?
the corner and cry for a while.
Okay.
Your superior will come get you shortly.
So I
What
look
about
over-
me? Do I?
Get back
I
to
like
work.
I like.
Yeah,
dogs.
finish the job. Finish the job.
Okay. So he just goes back out, comes back in like 2 minutes later with a full, and hey guys, walks right past you. And
As he's doing his job, I look to the rest of us as like, obviously, it seems like most of these things are infernal backwards. The name of the camp, Infernal Backwards, might be able to let us in past the...
But on the map, was there a name for the camp specifically?
Yes.
Yes.
So it might not be camp backwards, but the name of the camp specifically backwards.
Yes.
Yes.
So Norm walks up to the door and tries it.
so you leave and then try to say the word.
We're outside.
Okay,
the
you all
barn.
left the
yeah,
barn. Okay.
Yeah, we already left the barn, and then that guy we sent back to work, so we just walked back to the barn.
All right, so you say it and it opens.
Should we just peek our head through real quick?
I wait for our friend to come back, and I push him through.
Okay.
But I say, as the last part of your performance review, I need you to go put your head in through the portal, come back and let me know what you see, and then we'll let you know if you've done a good job.
Okay. So he shoves his head in, pulls it back out, and his face is just stricken white.
What did you see?
He just stares forward, does not respond.
I say the name of the camp again to try to close the portal.
So when he comes back through, the portal closes, or the door closes.
Can I try and like slap him out of it?
Yeah, I mean, you roll for
actually,
damage.
let me do this. I touch him and use my. I literally have a thing for this as part of my monk.
Sure, it's not one of your spell slots. We don't want to use it up.
Nope.
That's why I'm using my cantrips only.
Yeah, it's the only thing I have that would actually work that isn't actual physical damage. But it's Hand of Healing. I can spend a key point and like boop.
Okay. So flavor that.
So I think what Norm does is he Like, he sees that's shock. He's in a bad way mentally. So he's trying to see if there was any kind of like actual like mental damage done to him, and is trying to soothe whatever like neurons are firing all off at one point.
So you touch him and you feel the common, or not the common, you feel the familiar sense of, just goodness and peace and soothing leaving your body, and forming a bond with the creatures that you touch. And you see him start to come back into his color, and his eyes blink, and he almost starts to smile again. And then that sets him off in a spiral. He's like, I can't smile. What have I done?
Norm,
and he will...
Yeah, it's like Norm grabs his head and like straightens right at his face. Like, what?
What did you see?
Fool of a kook.
You're looking at him, and he coughs, and a little bit of blood comes out of his mouth. And you look down, and he has stabbed himself in the chest with the dagger on his hip. I didn't. No.
Before he dies, I do Song of Rest again that heals him.
Yes. All right. So Gwen goes, I'll take that. He pulls the dagger right out.
Song of Rest doesn't heal him. It just gives you extra hit
The
points.
points.
Whenever
Regain
you
an extra
Oh.
1d.
whenever you roll your hit die on a short rest.
Norm, instead
okay.
of being like gentle, soothing touch, slaps the dog shit out of him again for another 9
Norm
hit
can hit
points.
heal for all of us.
No.
You hit him so hard on the back that the knife flies out of his
Oh,
chest.
it's like,
So he falls to the ground and just goes, why would you do that?
Because we need to know more than you need to die.
If you want us to rectify the things that you have saw and the things that you have done, we will be your savior and your atonement. As long as you let us.
There's no atoning for that. It's everything we heard. It's all the rumors. It's the smell.
You need to
And he
let
just
us.
stares off again.
You need to let us know.
We should take him to the priests.
Him and her. I think it's
Both.
Yes.
Definitely both.
Yes.
We have to tell everyone.
You can tell us right now.
And that way we
You
can
will in
and then we
time.
can spread the word.
I just saw zombies everywhere. Hundreds and hundreds of zombies.
We are going to take you to some people that can help, but you need to stay alive for now.
Did they turn everyone into zombies?
Not here.
Where? Where? Did I do that? Did I turn pigs into zombies?
No,
How did
that's
I do
all in
that?
your head.
How can you turn a pig into a zombie?
In your head.
What's going on?
so I'm gonna turn to Norm real quick, and like I'm gonna whisper in your ear. All right, be ready to knock him out in a few seconds. Okay. I cast friends on the guy, and said, "Hey, buddy."
What does friends do?
It,
for our
it
listeners?
makes us friends.
Okay.
Like he thinks that we're friends.
Do I have to roll anything?
I believe you roll a charisma saving throw.
I
Right?
don't know that guy's got anything
Actually,
in his head.
no.
other than-
It's at disadvantage if he has to.
There is no roll.
It's just happening.
Okay. It's just it's a concentration for me up to a minute, and by the end he'll be hostile towards me, which is why you're gonna knock him out. Real quick. but so he thinks like I'm his one of his best friends.
You know.
Look, man, we've been going through this together for a while now, and I just want you to know that I'm here for you, and that no matter what you've seen or what you have done, everything is gonna be okay.
I just thought we was I just thought I was helping deliver food or something. I didn't really care. I mean, I know they're evil, but evil people gotta eat, right? But, fuck, that was bad. That was so bad, buddy.
It was.
That was worse than that time in Shakula. And with all those hookers. This was really bad, man.
Norm.
I slapped Norm.
I think Norm's just taken aback. I think he just reaches out and cold cocks the guy.
Roll for damage. I'm not gonna make you roll to hit.
Oh, okay.
And you can do non-lethal if you want to.
Definitely non-lethal. 8.
He goes, Sakula.
Just a loud, meaty thwack. And it's so wet.
And thwops to the ground.
I say, all right, I think we need to take him to the girl, let them know about where to find Metellus, and then I think we have a few things that we need to get going. Now that we know what's actually in that camp, we can't go in willy-nilly, go in without a game plan. I mean, we have to find the way in that doesn't put us in a compromising position.
I mean, if they're all about portals here, portals are probably the only way in.
Well, now that we know the access code to the portal, would it be worth looking at the other portal? Because apparently we can look in and without...
Sure, we could try that other mysterious location.
And see if it's in a better position for us than being in a horde of zombies.
We'll check it out, but let's get out of here.
I think so. I agree. Let's take him to Metellus.
Sounds good to me. And that is where we will end our episode for today. We found a processing center. We found a camp. We ruined a couple people's days, but they deserved it.
Days.
And
Lives.
For the rest of their days.
and it is going to get real, real dark real, real soon. So long.